You talk about the competition that you guys went through over the offseason. You had, what, 37 guys you brought in at the start of the year, trimmed it down a little bit. Now, just talk about what that competition was like and how do you see it playing out once we get to next week.
Sure. You know, you're always concerned about, competition because it could lead to some bad things, but in our case, it's really elevated some guys' games. Right now, third base for us with three guys, Henry Kanabe, Elijah Yarborough, and Derek Peterson. One day a certain guy would sort of elevate his game and maybe move ahead of the other two, and the next day another guy would come back and take his game to another level and push the guys behind him. So just that sort of competition right there has been tremendous, and it's really helped our team improve. I'm not sure how it's all going to play out. That stuff will take care of itself as we get the season underway. But right now, I'm happy with where everybody is at and the job that they've done to get themselves ready for the upcoming season.
You mentioned third base. So it was a pretty big spot last year for you guys. Steve Nikorak got drafted in the MLB last year. You mentioned there's a lot of competition already at that spot. Just, maybe not so much in the field, but who do you see maybe, adding to their production offensively?
Sure.
To fill what Nikorak did for this team?
Steve Nikorak was a great player for this program, and to try to replace him is going to be terribly difficult. I think our upperclassmen realize that, that they're going to need to do it as a group. One of the things that we've done, or I've done with this team, is I haven't named captains this year because I have such a great group of upper-class leadership, and I didn't think it would be fair to just single one or two of them out to lead and not have the other 5 or 6 be a part of that leadership. So, my captains this year are my seniors, and I think that they understand that, with the loss of Steve Nikorak and Jaber Khan and Taylor Duran, guys like that as a group, somebody's going to need to step in and fill those shoes. Who it is, I'm not sure, but they're going to have an opportunity, and the guys that left, their offense, their defense, their leadership is going to be missed. But I think we've got a good group here that can handle all those roles.
You just talk about some of your returnees. Last year you got a lot of production out of Nick Lustrino. He was named the Big 5 Rookie of the Year. He brings a lot to this team, and just talk about what he means to this program.
Nick last year did a tremendous job as a freshman. I really threw a lot at him. I think we had asked him to play all 4 infield positions. He caught, and he played left field, I believe. And then we finally settled on shortstop. He really shored up that spot and was making the plays and did a great job and helped us become a good defensive team. I don't want Nick to go out and be something that he's not. And this is something else that we talk to the team about. I tell him to go out and be who you are. And don't try to be something that you're not. And Nick is a guy that works extremely hard, and he wants to please, but he's still only a sophomore, and he just needs to go out and continue to make the plays at shortstop, continue to be a productive member of the offense. He doesn't necessarily need to lead this team yet because we've got such a great group of upperclassmen that can lead, but he's gotten stronger. He's improved in so many ways that we're going to expect big things from him this year. But we just want him to do his part and not try to be something that he is not.
Talk about your outfield a little bit. Jaber Khan, obviously gone, graduated. Last year, towards the end of the year, you platoon Jordan Caha and Alan Stiles. Alan Stiles brought a lot of dynamic effects for especially your offensive lineup. Mm-hmm. Just talk about how you see the outfield playing, and also you got Connor Riley out in right field too. How do you plan on playing those guys?
Sure. Jordan was sort of put out in left field last year out of necessity, and we just didn't have the depth out there that we needed, and the infield positions had sort of secured themselves, and those guys did a great job in there that we couldn't find a way to get Jordan back into the infield. But with Foster Dunnigan graduating, we've brought Jordan back into second base, and he's done a phenomenal job there. You mentioned Alan Stiles. He's an exciting player, and I think Last year, Alan may have struggled a little bit with the adjustment of having a new coach, and certainly not the coach that recruited him. But once he got comfortable and we could get him in there on a regular basis, he did add some excitement to the offense. So, you know, to open the season, once again, I think because we have upper-class leadership, our outfield is going to be very experienced. Alan Stiles will probably open up in center field, and he can do a great job out there, cover a lot of ground. Connor Riley, who you mentioned, has now got another year under his belt, and has made great strides as a player, and will secure the right field spot. You know, left field, right now Bobby Heitzman has improved dramatically, and is really doing a great job out there. So those three guys, along with Dave Hall, who right now has got a little bit of a knee injury, but we expect him to be back by opening weekend, or at the worst week 2. Those 4 guys right there can do a great job for us